The Muslim holiday Ramadan is a month-long celebration marking the revelation of the Islamic holy book, the Quran. For many Muslims who participate, it's a time of fasting, reflection, and helping the community being with family. Ramadan is entering its third week. Hoda Sana joins us now to talk about traditions and practices during this time. Good morning. Thank you so much for coming in and chatting with us this morning. For folks not familiar with Ramadan, what is it?
So Ramadan is the name of the 9th month in the Islamic calendar, which is based on the lunar calendar.
We talked about fasting. Fasting is a big part of Ramadan. Talk to us about what that looks like within the celebration.
Sure. So we wake up before the sun rises and we eat a meal called suhoor, and then we fast all day, so basically sunrise to sunset, and then we break our fast at the end of the day when the sun sets with a meal called iftar.
What for people not familiar with the holiday, what is it that means so much to you with the traditions, the celebrations?
Sure. So I think food is a very small portion of what Ramadan is really about, and abstaining from food and water during the month. I think it's really about having a positive mindset, and that's often overlooked when talking about Ramadan. So I really wanted to highlight that, and just having a positive mindset, thinking positive thoughts, and really embracing that throughout the whole month.
And family is a big component, friends.
Yes, definitely. Getting together with family and friends, having dinners together, meals together. I often host multiple iftars with my non-Muslim friends, so they have a dinner to basically ask any questions or have a safe space
to do so, right?
Exactly.
It can be awkward at times, perhaps. You know, not being familiar with something and asking about asking questions. You don't want to be offensive, but you want to learn. You want to absorb what it is. So I think that's wonderful that you host those opportunities for folks who might not be familiar. Talk to us about the items that you brought with you this morning.
So I brought some dates which are very traditional in breaking our fast. There are some newer rituals, I guess, that some Muslims are doing. So this is brand new, called Coat and a Goat. You may be familiar with Elf on a Shelf. So this is the Muslim version of it. It's a very cute little goat, and the difference between him and the elf is that each morning when the children wake up, they basically have a good deed that's written on a little note, and the kids have to actually go and do that good deed during the day. So that helps the kids just be more involved with Ramadan.
Yeah, a great way to introduce them to the celebrations.
Yes, definitely.
When we talk about this being a month-long celebration, are there challenges within those 4 weeks?
Obviously, abstaining from food and water has its own challenges in itself, but I think the sense of peace and calm that a lot of different Muslims feel really overpowers that need for food. And the food really represents just desires in everybody's life. So often people go to the gym and they're working out, but this is more of a mental exercise, so it's like working your mind out for a month.
What do you want people to take away from this? You know, you talk about the traditions and being with family. What do you want people to take away from Ramadan?
I think for my non-Muslim friends out there, I would love for them to feel comfortable in watching this and just be able to ask other Muslims what's going on, and feel comfortable asking them different questions. For my Muslim friends, I would really say that fasting and prayer are so important during Ramadan, and that's great, but I feel like people do that for themselves, so what are they really doing for the community?
Yeah. When you move throughout your day-to-day life, how does it look different today compared to a month ago during this period?
I think I am, personally speaking, much more focused. I also
intentional.
Exactly, very intentional, focused. I think about what I'm saying before I speak, and these are all smaller lessons that I try and carry with me throughout the year and on to next Ramadan.
For people watching right now, listening, we're seeing photos of you at your at your dinners and bringing folks into your circle. But if people don't have this sort of opportunity, if they don't know someone who is Muslim or wants to learn more, do you suggest they go somewhere to absorb more of that culture, that community?
Yeah, there's so many local mosques within the Houston community. And Houston has been a wonderful place. I'm a transplant to Houston, but Houston has just embraced me with open arms. So I have a real soft spot for Houstonians. And they can go to any local mosque. They have different iftars throughout every different evening during Ramadan. So they can just go to a local mosque, ask questions. People are always welcoming.
Different opportunities to get involved, and I know that's a big component for what it is you do during Ramadan, and that's that volunteerism. Talk to us about what you do.
Yeah, so just last night I was with River Oaks Islamic Center, and we were actually writing Eid cards, and Eid is a celebration right after the month of Ramadan, where we celebrate with a large feast and get together with families. And so we were gifting refugee families new clothes for their children. So we do lots of different community outreach. There's lots of volunteer opportunities. So people can just go to their local mosque and even ask, hey, what are the volunteer opportunities that you have, and how can I be involved?
And you don't have to be Muslim to do that either.
No.
What a wonderful suggestion. Well, we thank you so much for your time, Hoda Sana, for coming in this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, absolutely.